Do you want to watch Elisa get so mad about steel toe that she walks out on a restaurant
Yes, I
tab?
do. I really do.
Out. Harry Brogan told me this is really good, so I'm trusting Harry Brogan. And if you send me stuff and you've got a track record of stuff being really good, I just trust you without watching it. So Harry Brogan has a good track record from me. And now this one here is going to determine whether he keeps that good track record. Now, trash record. We've been talking about Elisa Jordana lately because she was. Why the fuck did we even start with her again? There was a reason. Something happened. Like she was being an evil, awful cunt about something.
God, did it have to do with Andy Dick?
And we made a video where it did relatively well, a couple thousand views or something. And then it looked like and then she started mentioning us, so it looked like we were back at it again with Elisa. Oh no, I think she was having trouble with her audience, like doxing her or shitting on her or something like that, or getting banned from Discord. And we're like, wow, weird. It's almost like you encourage this fucking mentally ill behavior, and then when it comes to hit you, you go, oh, I'm such a victim.
Oh, if you mean why we came back, it was because of that dude that was in her group that got that put out his freaking.
That's what it was. We covered the producer guy who got arrested in Florida for being a child molester, and he wrote this big what do you call it? Not a conundrum. Manifesto. A conundrum. He was in a conundrum. He wrote a manifesto. And then we found out that guy was actually Elisa Jordana's right-hand man and producer. And then she was backing him up and like giving him money and all kinds of weird shit after he admitted this. Then we played clips of him actually admitting his wrongdoings on her streams, but she's too busy looking at herself and reading her chat to even pay attention to what the other person's saying.
And if you read it, you'd be like, manifesto, more like childifesto. Oh.
What's that, Johnny? I wasn't listening. I was reading the chat.
I said more like
I fucking heard you.
Get it? Because he was aiming for kids. Oh.
So we've decided to have a little fun with Elisa since then. And then a bunch of Elisa fans come over here and they start showing you shit. They go, look what she said. Look what she did. So I don't even have to look up Elisa. I don't even know what her channel's called. It might be Kermit and Friends. It might be something. I don't know. I don't have to watch it. People just send it to me. We're just going to go with the exact opposite of the Hulk Hogan bit coming up. We're just going to blow it all up.
Right.
It's a theme of this show. So now I guess we're back in her head. She's upset about steel toe. She claims that a guy who gives her thousands of dollars actually started doing it because we started trashing her. What is his name? Like Velcro or whatever? I can't remember the guy's name. And she married him on air.
Oh God, that's right. That stuff's super cringe too.
Yeah. So she's been a whole cavalcade of awful lately. And apparently what we've been saying about her is getting back to her and upsetting her. I don't know why it should upset her. Every time we analyze Elisa, Johnny, I feel like we're helping.
I mean, as she already said, one of her big supporters came from us throwing shade. So, I mean, it's so much to just ask for a thank you. We don't need anything else.
You don't need to. You don't need to love us, Elisa, but you don't have to trash us. I think a thank you is in order. And I will say, before you even thank us, Elisa, you're welcome. I'm here to help. I've helped a lot of people. I've given a lot of people YouTube careers. Patrick Melton, Chad Zumach, Elisa Jordana. Ironically, you guys are all kind of the same mentally. But I give you guys livings. I give you guys shows. I give you guys worlds just from criticizing you or pointing out what wackadoodles you are. She might be the queen wackadoodle, however. Let's check out the latest from Elisa. Elisa tries to trash talk steel toe and then proceeds to walk out on a restaurant bill. This is great.
Thank you, my sweet, so amazing squirrel. I met
Scoro, that's who it was. Scoro is the guy's name. So he just continues to throw money at Elisa like he's David. He's the David Chandler of Elisa Jordana.
Who's this guy with the sticks? What's he, your drummer? What's the deal here?
It's alarming to me. So she's had the pedophile monster right under her nose working for her the entire time. And then she just goes from like one mentally ill guy to another. Like they all have this weird medicated look or need to be medicated look at him. Like an Elisa Jordana simp is the most dangerous, frightening looking simp in the world. Because, as Captain Quint once said, they've got lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eyes. As a matter of fact, Leafy it's not Leafy. There's a guy who used to work for her that offered to come on our show. And I was like, yes, absolutely. Come hang out and talk. Whiz Kid or Leafer or, God damn it, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember it. But he hates her now.
Whiz Kid's a dangerous name, but go on.
He was the guy who said this one. I got to find the drop here. This guy.
Everybody's a buzz about the toe guy. So
that guy hates her now. Remember, that guy was shitting on us big time when we went after Elisa after the swatting thing. After we were trashing the shit out of her. This guy was all over us. I mean, hated our guts. Now he's like, I'll come on your show and talk about what a monster cult leader she is. And I'm like, anytime. Sent him my email. Haven't heard from him yet, but I'm excited to. Let's check out Elisa with her
Again, that guy doesn't look at all like her usual brand of I'm not sketchy about this person at all, just because that's where I'm at now. If you're sitting next to Elisa, I'm like, and how about we look into you?
You're right. If that guy was sitting by himself at a restaurant, I go, there's a normal guy doing normal guy shit. But if you sit next to Elisa, I go, oh, there's a guy who's probably medicated for mental illness.
I don't even know that I'd go as far as normal guy doing normal guy shit, but I wouldn't worry about you too much. I'd just be like, I
hope that. Do you think that's just a water with some leaves in it, or do you think that's a mojito? Do you think Elisa? Well, I guess she decided she's not paying the bill, so it doesn't matter if she springs for the mojito.
Yeah, there you go. He got a mojito, or he's on his own tab. They're doing Dutch.
Yeah, you know what you do if you're Elisa Jordana? You get a bunch of mentally ill simps to follow you, and then you ply them with booze. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Squirrel. I don't know if you guys know this, but so I had a hater called Steel Toe.
My name is Aaron, you ass. But go ahead.
And Steel Toe came up on Squirrel's YouTube page. Squirrel was just looking for something to watch. And I came up on Steel Toe's show, but it was like a hate show about me. It wasn't even a nice show. It was.
I love how she's surprised that when people talk about what a piece of garbage she is, they're not saying nice things. She's like,
It wasn't, by the way, ma'am, don't get too into yourself. It wasn't a hate show about you. It was a show about having fun, and we mocked you for a brief period of time. You were not the whole show.
And I will say this, Elisa. You're telling me that you were expecting to hear nice things when we talked about the woman who squoze Andy Dick dry for every penny he had, kept him high as a kite, kept him lit, kept him shit-faced, and on stream and pocketed all the money that came from his IP2 streams. You're saying that I was wrong to criticize the person who engineered all that? What up? You know what? You're right. I was out of line.
And before you, no one's ever called her out for being a ladder climbing, fame chasing gash. No one at all. Never.
Benji brought her on Howard Stern one time, and Howard immediately went, I know exactly what this bitch is doing.
And I've clocked this dame.
Yeah. Howard had her clocked from Jump Street. And this is past his prime, Howard. She was in the dying days of the Howard Stern show. He would have never even let her in the fucking building back in 05, 04. But I don't know, 2011, 2012, 2013, Artie was gone. There wasn't that much going on. He's like, sure, bring Benji's girlfriend in. There's got to be some kind of hook here. And Howard noticed the hook right away. This bitch is desperate. She will do anything to be famous.
Steel Toe saying how horrible I am.
Yes.
Squirrel clicked on that, watched it, and then he found me and he called in. And our first call didn't even go that great, but he called in again and again and again. And it was so awesome because now we're married. So
You're fucking welcome. She just admitted it. She's married because of me. Elisa, you're old. Your eggs are drying up. There's no hope for you to carry on your lineage, which I guess, thank God, so the audience can thank me. I can get thanked by both sides, Elisa and the internet. You're saying that you, someone who has been passed around D-list celebrities at their bottom and has been cast aside, couldn't find anyone else to go with her, and I ended up finding you a partner. I played Chuck Woolery. I was your love connection, and you're going to call me a hater after the favors I've done for you? After what you've done to me, the favor I give you back, and there is zero gratitude for it, I'm offended. I got you hitched, lady. All your family members who have been wondering, she's a lesbian, right? She's got to be a lesbian. Like, she's crazy, right? I have made you more socially acceptable to your family and friends, than you have been in decades, Elisa. And I don't even get a thank you. You're married because of me. You never thought you were going to get married. Why? Because you're remarkably unmarriable.
I thought she was married to
Andy Dick?
To Andy Dick.
No, they were engaged forever, so she could say she was engaged to Andy Dick.
Okay.
And then when Andy hit rock bottom, she dropped him flat.
I really think you're just jealous that now you can't get engaged to Scoro. Again, this is the big thing here. You lost your chance at meeting and befriending someone who continually keeps calling your show and then marrying said person. So now, because you have turned a blind eye to Scoro, congratulations, your runner-up prize, you get Charlie. Happy union to the two of you.
I am upset and hurt and shocked and offended and hurt that Elisa is not thanking me for her marriage.
I knew that I would meet my husband through IRL. I knew that.
You didn't meet your husband through IRL. You met your husband through me. Now bow down and have some gratitude.
I just knew.
By the way, have you guys actually met in real life? Like, it's one thing to say husband. Has paperwork been signed? I didn't. Is there a death do you part thing? Because I feel like if he learns that this is really a one-way transaction, death do you part might become very real.
Look, I didn't say that I would make a good. I said my compound would take you places. I didn't say they'd be places you wanted to go.
So, like, I passed on, like, this guy and that guy, Tinder. I was on Tinder. I was on Bumble. I was on JDate. I was on Match.com. I went out. I went to all the...
Now I see why we're such natural enemies.
So let's just
I'll let you, man. Johnny, I'll let you decide which service I'm talking about. That's why there's so much heat.
Obviously, Tinder, right? Yeah, Tinder's the
100%.
Right? Yeah. But also, ma'am, so what you're saying here is not only did Aaron and pretty much all of Steel Toe not like you, you're saying on multiple dating sites, most men found you undesirable.
Even your own people rejected you.
Like, hot bars around here. I went everywhere looking for, like, a guy. But no-
You're 43 years old at least, whatever lie you're telling people. You're in your 40s. You're not wantable. You walk around for 15 hours a day with a cell phone pointed at you, dancing in the street like a dumb white lady. Of course, nobody wanted you.
Nobody, like, stood out to me until I met Squirrel. And Squirrel, he called in, and he was so smart. I didn't even understand what he was saying. Like, he was saying all...
That surprises the shit out of me. A guy was so smart that she didn't even comprehend the words he was saying. They probably had 3 syllables in them. It's probably what happened.
Why is this guy enjoying this? It's weird to be like, all right, so you're a fan of her and this relationship. Are you laughing because you know it's not real? Because, again, I need to see a two of you together thing before I believe that there's any real relationship here.
Not only that, if she's married, what's she doing hanging out with that guy? That's not right. Scoro, I'd be pissed if I were you. You know what? Matter of fact,
she's getting him drunk.
Yeah.
She's hoping to.
I'm going to try and help Scoro right now. You shouldn't let your wife be hanging around with that guy because he's angling to be the next Scoro. She's using you for your money because I guess he dumps a shitload of money in her lap, and that's why she married him. Scoro, she's after you for your bucks. They all are. Get out as soon as you can. Get it annulled because there's time. You can get this thing annulled, and because this guy's trying to creep, and she's desperate for attention. So I'm just saying, Scoro, I'm here to help, buddy. I know that you're in the Elisa web right now, but I can help
you. You're in deep, dude, and I'm just saying, just because he's hanging out with her before he goes to jail is no reason to let Danny Masterson bang your lady, all right? Just move on, all right? Yeah, he shaved and he took the fro down, but it's still the same guy.
It was his going away party. Leave him alone.
These things, like, about finance. I
popped out of the cake.
I still didn't understand what he was saying. It went over my head, and I didn't even think that he would be the one. But then, this one time, I was in Discord voice chat talking to my friend Joni.
Oh, wow. I got an update here. The police actually get involved with this one.
What?
Yeah, I'm fast forwarding a little. Yeah, the police get involved.
And Squirrel was there, and we spoke more that day. And I even commented. It was 4 weeks ago. I commented. My favorite part of this, of being in voice chat, was this guy Squirrel. Now Squirrel. And he really stood out to me then.
He gave you a shitload of money?
He stands out even more to me now as my husband, as the best thing in my life, and it's all through IRL. So thank you.
No, it's all through me, and it's all through his money. Elisa, stop it.
For the audience, for supporting me up until this point. IRL's given me everything. So I have IRL to thank. I have IP2 to thank. I have Captain Content to thank.
I thought IP2 kicked her out because she was unbearable. That's what I've heard. She got kicked out of
Captain
IP2.
Content the guy that ran the super sketchy mobile home thing with a bunch of streamers? Like, again, I don't know. Those aren't names you should be dropping.
No.
I'd like to thank Charlie Manson. I'd like to thank O.J. Simpson.
I'd like to thank Ted Bundy, Ed Gein.
I'd like to
John
thank
Wayne
Hitler.
Gacy, Hitler. He doesn't like that I'm on J-Date, but what are you going to do?
That's where I met him.
You know how delusional you look.
Hi, how are you?
Elisa, you already know these people.
We're outside. Does that sound true to
You
you?
were on Howard Stern.
I'm sorry.
So, is that guy yelling at Elisa that she's delusional?
Somebody's yelling at her something. I can't hear that guy. The person,
And then somebody else is talking to her.
I think, through the stream saying, "Don't you realize that?"
All right, let's try to get a handle on this.
All for leading me
Elisa, you're
to
fucking insane.
Squirrel.
You know how delusional you look.
Hi, how are you?
Elisa, you already know these people.
We're outside. Does that sound true to
You
you?
were on Howard Stern.
I'm sorry. Wait, does that sound true to you? Because I'm
Anonymous sent $3. Stop trying to validate the phony Scorro script. We all know the money is as fake you scream poor.
We all know the money's as fake as you scream poor. So I guess there's the police are there now confronting her, saying, like, you're bothering people on this patio. And this is kind of her thing in her IRL streaming, is that she fabricates drama. So, like, the cops come and they're like, hey, could you keep it down? Like, people are complaining they can't eat. You know, they're having problems. She's like, does that sound great? Like, she immediately gets confrontational for no reason because it looks good on her stream and Scorro can send her $20 because she's a damsel in distress. Oh, man. I guess the mentally ill have to go somewhere for entertainment.
This is why I want, like, there to be some sort of, I don't know. I want personal businesses to start having rules against IRL streaming.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, hey, man, I don't want it to be a government thing, but I want businesses to come to you and go, look, you want to pull out your phone and talk about the bullshit in your life or critique my food? No.
And
go do that at home.
You're going to get your wish with that meatball shit in Philadelphia. You're going to see a lot of places clamping down on that because of that.
Yeah, but I don't want to see the literal, I don't want to see YouTube and others being like, hey, man, so now with a broad brush, anything that falls into this category of streaming that we don't care for, we'll just say, no, thank you.
Right.
Sent $3. Stop trying to validate the phony Scorro script. We all know the money is as fake you scream poor.
No, but just use logic. Am I recording anybody inside?
You cannot be here.
Okay, but am I recording somebody inside? Does it look like but use logic?
So the people inside the restaurant are going, hey, we're not comfortable with her filming into the restaurant because we don't want to be on camera. Can you ask her to turn it off? And she's being a bitch about it because that's what you have to do in IRL streaming. You have to fabricate drama. You have to fabricate controversy. So now she's just being cunty to restaurant staff. Because in her world, it should all revolve around her, and any problems other people might have, reasonable issues, well, they've all got to be crazy because the earth is the Elisa show. And it's got to revolve around me.
And that's the problem. This isn't your fucking studio. This is a restaurant, and everybody that came here didn't sign up to be a side member, a guest member, or just an extra in the Elisa show. I just want my goddamn pepperberry grilled cheese kimchi sandwich, all right? I came here for that. The acidity is amazing.
You're right. Yeah, get a microphone, do a podcast, do a show you have some broadcasting chops, and do it that way if you don't want to get yelled at and shit on.
I am not inside.
I don't have to use logic. This is my restaurant, and you cannot be filming
but
here.
they're lying.
What's the owner?
They're lying.
Doesn't matter, okay? You cannot be doing this in my place.
Okay, whatever.
Okay?
All right, we'll leave.
Can you guys
Yeah,
stop that,
we will
please?
leave.
Thank you so much.
Can you bring our bill?
Yes.
I'm not paying the bill. Are you kidding? I'm not paying.
Are you kidding? You're kicking me out. I'm not paying the bill. That's not how that works.
Yeah, if you consume the product, you still have to pay for the product. Sorry,
And
Elisa.
you don't get to just say you're not paying because you broke the rules and they weren't happy about it.
Dude, something happened to her. I'm not going to say what. Something happened to her around 12 or 13 because she's maintained that maturity level. This is a 12 or 13-year-old girl getting told she has to leave the mall. And she's going, well, use logic, use reason. You're not even listening to me. Like, oh my God, I am so not paying for this. I'm just going home. I know I'll leave, but I'm not paying. Like, something happened that stunted her development at 12 or 13. I won't say what it is. I don't know. Could have been anything. Could have been a bad experience with cops. Could have been, I don't know. But she has an attitude and a persona that really is akin to a 12 or 13-year-old Valley girl having tantrums.
This is what my 6-year-old behaves like when she's having a temper tantrum. And like, we're curtailing that behavior and she's getting better, but she's also 6, man. Right. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
No, we're not paying the bill.
I know, because
I'm getting the fuck out of here. Let's get out.
Those are all drinks and those are paper straws. Oh, good God, California.
So she's shutting.
Let's go. No, do not ask for the bill when we're getting. I love you, Michelle, but do not ask for the
hold
bill
on
when
a
we're
sec.
getting kicked out.
Meters.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
Look at all this shit.
Yeah. No, mine's 4 hours. Oh, okay. Mine's 4 hours. Yeah.
Why did you realize I guess I decided.
Bill, get this guy out of my fucking face. He better not come back out here. All right.
If you don't pay your bill at a restaurant, they do indeed call the police.
Yeah.
Because you can't. That's theft. You're stealing.
And by the way, if you're going to do something like this with this huge of a setup, pro tip, Eliza, work it out with the venue owner first. Like,
yes.
Make sure they're cool with you bringing a table and chairs. Like, I'm guessing this isn't your table. I'm guessing these aren't your chairs. I'm guessing you brought all this shit from his restaurant just to use it.
Yeah, and, restaurant owners can kick you out because, you got a camera on and they don't fucking like it. They don't need a better reason than that.
That doesn't mean your bill is now null and void.
Yeah. I drank 14, beers, but you're kicking me out because I'm being obnoxious and filming. I don't have to pay.
Yeah.
It's a very J-date thing to do.
Yeah, I'm filming people inside when I'm literally outside. I haven't even used the bathroom inside. I mean, how slow is this idiot?
It's really cool inside.
I don't know. You know those are windows behind you?
In there?
Listen to this. Listen to the people she attracts. So Elisa's going off on this rant of like, it's not fair. Yeah, me. Oh, God, I'm a victim. And the people she has are like, they're slow adults. And all the woman responds to her with is like, oh, it's really nice in there or something like that. Like, doesn't even respond to what Elisa's saying because she doesn't have the mental capacity to hear her. Listen to this.
Oh yeah, I'm filming people inside when I'm literally outside. I haven't even used the bathroom inside. I mean, how slow is this idiot?
It's really cool inside.
She literally went, it's really cool inside. And I'm not making fun of her. I'm saying like these are the people Elisa brings along for the ride. It's like the Joker. She brings along people with slow minds that don't understand exactly what it is you're getting them into.
Well, Aaron, the list of volunteers to get on the ride isn't exactly
fair enough.
Much better. All right. This is the cream of the crop. All right.
You're right. I'm wrong.
No, I would love to go. No, they have no internet in there. That's why I'm not in there. Yeah. But he is saying that we're filming people inside when I haven't stepped 1 foot inside. The guys are an idiot.
Wait, they don't have internet in there. That's why you're not streaming, but they have internet on the sidewalk?
So how are you streaming on the sidewalk if they don't have internet in there?
So he better not come back out here.
Yeah, we were told to leave before we even got in.
Yeah, whatever.
Wait a minute, you were told to leave before what?
You were told to leave before and you didn't leave? Yeah, then you're an asshole. God, she is. Again, something happened in her teenage formative years that damaged her badly because she has a bad case of arrested development.
I want Michio Kaku, and I know he wouldn't do this from what we've learned about him, but I want him to just walk up and be like, well, you see, Eliza, the reason they're saying you're filming in the restaurant is because what's behind you is called glass. Now, glass is one of those physical substances that allows most things to stay on one side, but it acts in a peculiar way with regards to photons. Now, photons are what makes colors happen.
Dr. Kaku, you've lost her. I'm sorry. You've lost her, doctor. I'm sorry.
Long story short, they can see through the window, you cunt.
Yeah, she even gets Kaku to be a dick. He's like, all right, there's little cookie people, and the cookie people on one side can see you onto one side, but you can't see the cookie people on the other. You lost me at cookie people. You dumb slut. They can see through the window.
You know what? I could be in a park. We could be anywhere and do this. That's the beauty of it. That's the great thing about IRL. You could do it literally anywhere.
Bye.
I'm gonna drink the rest of my drink, and then you better not approach me with that bill.
The rest of your drink, you're not going to pay for it.
I can drink the rest of my drink, but I don't have to pay for it because I didn't listen to them and they kicked me out. Wow, you're a bright one.
The thing I'm thinking is the people that were behind this.
No, but like, how?
After being busted and realizing that the police are at the restaurant, Elisa begs for anyone else to bail her out of the situation. Pay your fucking bill and you won't have to worry about it. She got so worked up about Steel Toe that she got kicked out of a restaurant and now is refusing to pay her bill. I'd like to say, Steel Toe put Elisa on tilt a little bit.
I'm just really weirded out that someone is this pissed off at all this shit happening and then can't believe that the cops might get called.
Yeah.
Come into someone's life and not make a dent in it. Like, he made a huge dent in my life. He completely changed it, and I will never be the same.
Dawn, I can't talk. I can't
I have a very high standard now for the squirrel. And I can't imagine anyone being better than him. So unless you're that, don't even try to date.
Is she listening to herself in the car?
And either she's listening to herself or someone's talking to her.
Don't even come in. Don't bother them.
Oh, she loves Scoro. That's what we keep hearing. So more about Steel Toe.
Okay, there's the cops at that restaurant, so we're going to call and pay right now. Okay? Tell them
We're going to call and pay right now.
Can you call?
Wait, what? No, what happened to Big Badass not paying the fucking bill? Fuck you, you're retarded, all that shit. Whatever happened to that?
Is this guy Scoro? Because she's really leaning on him like her bow.
No, I'm sure she's using her mentally derelict fans to pay her bills for her. 100%.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's going to pay the bill. But I mean, again, Scoro, dude, that's kind of like what the lady doesn't turn to just some random dude. The lady turns to her man and goes, hey, I need a hand. All right.
Yeah, Scoro, this guy's paying for your lady's meal. Are you going to take that?
No, I'm going to pay. But I need somebody to call for me to explain the situation.
He's driving and she needs some. Why don't you call while you're driving? Call the restaurant. I can't do it because I don't. You know what it is? She doesn't want to call and humiliate herself because she threw such a temper tantrum. She doesn't want to have to tuck her tail between her legs.
If you're going to pay, why don't you just call? You can call and pay all over the phone.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you're aware of this, Eliza. You might not have looked. It's raining outside. I've paid enough attention to this video to know that he might want to focus on driving. Just saying. Just maybe.
Who can do that? Who wants to call for me and explain the situation?
Oh.
Who wants to do that?
Now, one of these weirdos will do it.
Who can do that? Anybody?
You call.
That want to? Anybody want to? Anybody want? Dawn, you would never be a moderator. Do not ask me for moderator. You would be the least moderator I'd ever choose, Dawn. Sorry.
Wow. Dawn's apparently a piece of shit.
Okay, we need somebody to call the restaurant on my behalf. Who is that? Who will that be?
Oh, this is funny. No one will do it.
We'll pay, but not for that guy. He was intimidating and staring.
Scoro, can you please call the restaurant?
Oh, Scoro, can you pay for me? Can you bail me out, Scoro? Hey, by the way, Scoro, if you're going to stay married to this broad, get used to this shit. Her starting problems and Big Daddy Scoro having to fix it. Get ready, brother.
She said she's going to pay herself. So,
Sure.
I mean, Scoro won't be paying.
Sure.
Maybe not this time, but the money he gave her before will probably be what ultimately pays. So,
Scoro.
I mean, in a long roundabout.
Scoro, you will always be paying. Trust me. And by the way, Scoro and Elisa, you're welcome because apparently I'm the one who made this love connection.
Babe?
Hey, my gorgeous love. I just heard that you were asking someone to do something for you. So
That Charlie?
I'm here to see what it was. I'm not sure what it was. I can hear. Obviously.
Okay,
What do you want done?
Can you call that restaurant and tell them what happened?
That's scary.
Yeah, tell them your wife is a cunt and got herself kicked out of a restaurant. Could you do that for me?
Yes. Can you send me the number? I'll do it now.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to give you the, is it this restaurant?
Oh, wow. Yeah, we're done with that clip. Unbelievable. I mean, she really is consistently that bad all the time. Oh. I mean, she doesn't, it's not an act. If it is an act, she's never able to drop it. She's just horrendous and awful all of the time, consistently.
See, at least I'll give her this. Her content isn't like all faked for the sake of the audience. Because this kind of fucked up is something you can't. You have to be this bad in real life. You made that situation happen all your own. Several decent decisions could have avoided so much of it, but oof.
Trucker 18 Trucker 18 wheeler with $2 and then retracts the message. Thank you, buddy. And 5 gifted memberships from The Mood. Thank you to The Mood for the 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate that. Who's getting them? Michael B., Mad Joe, Dead Game, P.A. Cheddar, and Lucy Fur, all getting memberships. All right, we got to keep going here. Oh, God, the chat gets busy during segments like that. You ain't getting my you ain't getting my money says she set up her own live broadcast out front of an establishment without permit. That's awesome. That's more steel toe than steel toe. No, that's not really our thing. Our thing is we ask the establishment, like, hey, can we do a live broadcast here? And they say yes, and then we do it like grown-ups. And then we pay our bill when we're all done. God,
and we usually kind of, I don't know, plan our event. We don't show up at a place that isn't expecting us. Like we kind of like, hey man, how about we do this? And we announce it in advance. It's a weird thing. We like work it all out.
We don't point the cameras at other people like an asshole or anything like that. It's
we sit at the back of the restaurant, so when we set up the stream thing, like you can't see anyone else that's there. It's just us.